Hello again, YouTube. It's Josh coming at you from what seems like about a month-long hiatus. I am quite sorry about that, but there's been some things going on in the family that have taken higher priority over YouTube. I'm sorry about that. Not saying I don't like yins or don't love yins, but we'll get into that in a second. But first of all, we've smoking the Roma Select Natural Billiard with some Hearth and Home's Black House in it. Now, I've had this Black House about a year now, and oh my goodness. If you hadn't tried it, you need to try it. It's an excellent English blend. A little spicy, a good amount of latakia, good sweetness in it, and a pretty good presence of Orientals. I mean, it's, you know, a little bit, just a tiny bit on the heavier side than what you're going to find in your typical English blend. But after you let it age for a bit, you start to notice the little bit of perique in there is a little bit zestier, a little bit sweeter. The Virginias are a lot more sweet. The Orientals really add a good bit of spiciness to it. Try it if you hadn't tried it, and if you have and you know hadn't aged it, try aging it. If you hadn't tried it, I'd recommend getting 2 tins, or you know, if you're like me, you know, you can do like I did. I got, you know, 1 tin when they were the 1.5 ounce tins. Smoked half of it, put the other half up to age. But I would recommend getting the 2 tins though, because you're going to want to smoke a full tin of it. But anyway, guys, a new addition to the porch. Got me an ashtray. Got one of my papa's old ashtrays. It's just a little glass ashtray. But you know, I got someplace specific now I can go with my, when I'm done, instead of just out in the flower bed. But anyway, I want to talk about why I've not been making videos. It's not just being, you know, being busy or didn't want to or just wanted to stop making them. Just got a lot going on with the family, in the family right now. Not going to name any names or anything like that because I don't know. I don't know how with the person that is the main focus in what's going on right now, with him being a minor. In the way we're having to handle all this, I don't know if that would affect anything, so I don't want to take my chances, but it's just been personally on my wife's side of family that we've not had any contact, that we had contact with before me and her were married, back when we were still dating and in high school, and then haven't had any contact with for the past 4 years. All of a sudden kind of shows up, and it wasn't that we didn't want to have anything to do with them, it was more of the other party. But regardless, now we're trying to figure the situation out, so it's best for everybody. Most importantly, the main person involved in all this. and so it's I know it's very vague. Like I said, I don't want to take any chances going into too much detail or something, and the way we're having to go about doing what we're doing, it have some sort of negative ramification. I don't know that it would, but just to err on the side of caution. Not really had much of a chance to smoke a pipe. Work's also been hectic, and that's not really helped the situation. Especially working the way that I do. Sometimes I work nights, sometimes I work mornings, work most all weekends. But I just want to let you guys know that I do plan on continuing my videos. There won't be a new series starting. It's a little bit too late in the year for that. Now we're in the 80s now here in East Tennessee. It's getting to be the kind of weather that me and Latakia are quite tolerable. Or I should say heavy Latakia blends them here quite tolerable. But that one will be one I'll be doing next year. Because just all this came up, I wasn't even thinking about ordering tobacco. My wife actually mentioned it to me the other night that I had said something a while back of this about ordering some tobacco to start a new series here on YouTube, and I told her I just plumb forgot about it. By now it wouldn't be much of a series. So just ask that you all would keep me and my family in your thoughts and in your prayers. But sorry for that sudden, stunned all of a sudden. I'm going to call it a squadron of Wasps. Just came out of the eave of the house there. Above the front porch is open. It's blocked in up in the attic, but it's open. Wasps just get up in there, and it doesn't matter how many nests you kill. It's actually completely unsafe right now to unblock it and get in there and kill them. They're all really alive, so. We kill nests in the fall and in the spring, and then they still build in the summer, so. But do have some good news to share with you. It is now 4 days until it is football time in Tennessee, and that's wonderful. High school football's been going on. It'll be this week's week 3. Had the I don't know, if there are any of you in and around East Tennessee, you'll know what I'm talking about. I graduated from Jefferson County High School. Never really had never did have very many good football teams while I was in school. Now, when I was in elementary school and middle school, I had some pretty good teams, but they won their first game at home. They played Grace Christian Academy from Knoxville. And just beat the dog crap out of them. Beat them like 48-21. Usually a pretty good team. Last week, me and my dad went and watched him. He graduated from Carter High School, and the last time Carter and Jefferson County played was in 1981 when he was a freshman. And Jefferson County just wore him out. My dad was very upset, but I was happy. I was in a good mood. And I'm sure there's some of you that are football fans, or at least high school football fans out there, that you might have heard of Maryville High School. They've played some nationally televised games before. Uh, yeah, you may not. They're, Jefferson County plays Maryville this Friday night, and they've got Maryville's got a good looking football team, and Jefferson County does too. So, just maybe I'll get lucky. They'll come away with a win. They do that, they'll probably win the Dad-Burn State Championship, but that's not to be expected. Anyway, just really excited about football season. Tennessee opens up. Nashville at Nissan Stadium playing Bowling Green Saturday, 3 o'clock. But anyway, guys, I'll talk to you later. Y'all take it easy.